Welcome, everyone, to A Haunting in Stratton. Penned by Ryland Mason, narrated by me, Brian Shepard. Episode 11, Sisters of the Faith. Everything was all fun and games by the end of dinner that was hosted by the mayor and his boyfriend Jordan. Bear had learned more information from Brian to be told to Ryan when Bear got around to it. It would have to be soon, he was afraid. As Ryan was saying goodbye to Brian and Jordan, Bear happened to look out of the corner of his eye. He saw a woman who he could have sworn he just saw in a portrait in the dining room. The woman, who was standing on the bottom landing of the staircase, just continued to look directly at Bear. The woman, who Bear thought might be Brian's great-great-grandmother, was communicating using images. Images that he had to put in order to fully understand what she was trying to say. When Ryan was finished talking with Jordan on how to care for his back, it was only then that they noticed Bear just staring off, almost like he was in a trance of some sort, as Brian and Jordan both tried calling his name, even snapping fingers in his face. Nothing. "He's not even blinking," Brian said as he stepped away from in front of Bear to turn and look at whatever he was looking at. There was nothing there. It was the warm touch of a hand, along with his name being calmly said, that broke him of whatever trance she had him in. He turned, and his eyes fell onto Ryan. "Are you all right?" Ryan asked. "Sorry, did you need something?" Bear asked. Not, "Hey, I'm talking with a ghost at the moment," yet his focus was purely on Ryan. Forget the ghostly woman. Ryan knew something was up, as Bear kept looking back towards the stairs. "All right, let me see if I can explain the messages I just received. There is an older woman standing on your bottom landing. I'm going to guess that this is Mary, your great-great-grandmother, as you look just like her." Mouth open, all Brian could do was turn slowly and look into the direction of where his supposed relative was. Not so full of words this time. "What is she saying?" Brian finally managed to get out while holding on to Jordan. "She is not vocal, I'm afraid. She likes to send me images that I then have to piece together," Bear replied. "And what are these images? All good, I hope." "Doors. Locked doors and doors that are open. So I'm going to assume a door that was locked but is now open. Wait, more," Bear said as he closed his eyes, most likely to see the images and process them. "Dark, cold, heavy," he said, and looked as if he was making a connection. "The basement," Brian and Bear got out at the same time. "She must be talking about the door I found in the basement before the ball. I couldn't open it as it was sealed. I thought it strange to have a thick metal door in the basement. Wait, can you ask her if that's where the Knights Templar treasure is or something?" "Seriously, babe?" Jordan asked. "What? Oak Island is getting boring," Brian answered, just trying to make light of the situation. "I don't think now is the time," Jordan got out as he let go of Brian's hand. "Leave it to the mayor to say something." With this bit of information, Bear asked if he could investigate this said door. That is when Brian and Jordan led Ryan and him down the hall towards the kitchen, where the basement door was. Flicking on the lights, they each went down. Mary watched as they all came down the stairs. Bear watched as she floated past them towards the heavy metal door, which was ajar no longer sealed. Bear grabbed the iron handle and pulled the door open. To him, it was almost like a door you would use for a safe. Inside was dark, no light switch. Using his phone's flashlight, Bear revealed a passageway. And not a room full of the Templars' treasure, sadly. The passageway was just like the one under Ryan's house that led to the cemetery. He wondered where this one would bring them to. Feel like another adventure? Bear asked Ryan, who then looked at Brian. Don't look at me. I'm not going in there. I'm curious, but not that curious, Brian responded as he stepped back. Sorry, do you mind if we take a look? Ryan asked, surprising Bear as he thought Ryan would say no, after what happened last time. Yet Ryan was curious. Are you sure you're going to be all right? Jordan, should he be doing this with his back being bandaged up? Brian said, turning to Jordan. He is right, Ryan. Just be careful, Jordan replied, which got him a side look from Brian. The plan was to see how far it goes, and where it led them to. Brian would give them so much time before he would alert Dugan. Wait, before you go, let's get you a flashlight. Your phone will die if you continue to use it, Brian said, as he then walked over to the bottom of the stairs, yelling for Patricia, who could be seen peeking around the doorframe. Yes, sir? She asked. We need a flashlight. Can you grab the one right in the kitchen? Should be in the middle drawer. Got it, she finished as she dashed away. Tossing the flashlight down to Brian, he then handed it to Bear, who then walked through the door with Ryan right behind him. Brian and Jordan watched as Ryan and Bear walked further and further down the passage until they could no longer see the flashlight. That's when the door decided to slam closed. The echo through the passageway was almost deafening as it bounced off the walls. Ryan made sure to keep up with Bear. However, the feeling that something was behind them the whole time bothered him. There was no use looking back. He couldn't see anything, just pitch black. The walk was long and quiet. According to Bear's smartwatch timer he set when they started, says that they had been walking for 20 minutes. The air was getting colder, which most likely meant they were going further underground. The passageway then turned into stairs, leading them down into a large room. As soon as Bear's foot touched the floor of the room, it was as if someone hit the play button, as the room lit up and two women could be heard talking. What is happening, and who are they? Ryan asked. You can see them? Bear asked, confused. Yes, Ryan whispered and squeezed Bear's hand. Of course. Bear was making a connection with Ryan by holding his hand, apparently allowing him to see what Bear saw. Have you made all the preparations? The woman asked. Of course, Mina. They will be here in 2 days, the other responded. Good. They must be able to help me. I want my husband back, Wilhelmina sobbed. And you're sure that they can do that? I don't know, Mina. This goes against everything I believe in. I do not understand why you have resorted to witchcraft. People were burned because of it. The Sisters of the Faith would not lie about such things, Mary. I have done everything they've asked of me. What they use makes no difference to me, just as long as they bring him back to me. And if your plan fails, what then, Mina? Will you seek others, or let him rest? Mary asked, as Wilhelmina started to walk away from her. Oh, the evil grin that was on her face when she turned not only frightened Mary, but Ryan as well. It will work. You will see. The Sisters of the Faith will provide, she replied before heading up the stairs. The room began to go dark. Bear noticed that Mary was still standing there, back in her ghostly form, looking sad. Whoa, did I just witness that? I have never heard of this faith. Did Mary just give us some clue? Ryan asked as they walked across the room and started to take the steps up and into another passageway, which must lead them back to Ryan's. What? That is totally preposterous. My family involved with witches and dark magic? Never, Brian said over the phone when Ryan called to let him know that they made it to the other side and what they had witnessed down below. The tunnel led them back to the cemetery. Well, it's true, I'm afraid. So I need to find out who these sisters were and where they came from. Maybe Father Stan knows something, Ryan said into the phone as they both walked back to the house. Bear kept going back to Brian's to grab his Jeep. I still don't believe this. Well, at least nothing bad happened, and for God's sakes, no more secret tunnels. Oh, and you won't believe this. Well, then again, maybe you will. The door is sealed. We tried opening it. Nope, not surprised. Bear is on his way over to get his Jeep. I'll keep you informed, Ryan said as he hung up the phone. After a day like today, Ryan was exhausted. A shower and sleep was what he needed. He will have to stop by the church in the morning and speak with Father Stan about the Sisters of the Faith, while Bear did his own research at the library. In bed and ready to close his eyes, his phone lit up. A text message from Bear. Are you asleep yet? No, Ryan responded. Can I take you out on a date? Bear asked. Of course, there was that awkward silence, which to him felt like forever. Maybe he shouldn't have asked. Maybe it was too soon. Oh, who's he kidding? Ryan is not interested in him. His phone lit up. Hesitating, he opened it and read his response. I would love to.